Okay, that was our trailer. Thanks for watching. Yeah, we're open to some feedback. So yeah, guys, what did you think?
Well, focusing on the narrative structure upon your trailer, I noticed that you used a flashback which didn't exactly add to any of the story within the trailer. Can you explain why this was used?
It's to invoke the curiosity of the audience, and it's supposed to make it quite
Invoke curiosity, as you said, and sort of intrigue the audience. That's the sort of thing that, you know,
it's an enigma code.
There's more to this.
It's an enigma code.
Okay. Well described, David. Thought that on the spot as well, yeah, okay. Nothing good about our training.
To make sure nothing is given away.
Once again, focusing around the structure of it and the narrative, I did find that the use of a chronological order within the trailer allowed us to follow what was supposedly going, what was the basic storyline. So
Who's to say what if it was in chronological order or not? How do you know which order the events will happen in the full film?
Well, as from a viewer watching it, it looks like it is happening in a sensible order in which we can understand.
It's another question you'll have to get answered by watching the film.
So you're going to make the film.
We've already made the film.
Okay, anyway, I'm doing editing, so I've been thinking about the effectiveness of the editing and the use of titles. I thought it was very good how you used the fade blacks. However, there was one little moment thing I noticed is throughout the entire trailer you've drained some of the colour out of it on colour correction. You've made it a little bit bluey, but for your flashback you didn't go back to a normal colour. What was your reason for that?
It was the colour correction on the flashbacks. I made the colour kind of more like a yellowy, kind of orangey colour, and it's to kind of try and simulate like the warmth of past memories.
So they are different colours.
They are different colours. Whereas on the screen you'll be able to tell what the colours are. Okay. But the blue's supposed to be drained and cold kind of feeling for the current events in the post-apocalyptic stuff, and then the pre is like a warmer, oranger kind of colour to kind of separate the two from each other.
Yeah.
So
So
to give
blue
like a clear boundary.
represents disillusionment.
Yeah.
And the yellow represents warm time.
Yeah. I'm guessing you've done After Effects for the gun flashes as well. Have you thought about maybe reducing some of them? There was, I think Chris's one, they're just a little bit too.
I need to reduce the size and add the light and like the light source away from the gun flashes.
Yeah.
That would light the rest of the scenery. I still have to do that.
So what made you choose the titles you used and the name of the film?
Well, the name was come up by Will.
I chose Majesty's Wasteland because
It's a uniquely British film.
no, yeah, it's based in Britain, and I know I was like sort of going from like Her Majesty's Revenue Customs, Her Majesty's such and such, as it goes.
It's trying to break the convention of this really generic American film.
Like,
Okay, so why did you choose to do the titles on their own? So why did you choose to fade from a video clip into the titles then back?
I think it.
If it flashed, it'd be weird.
I like the separation. It kind of keeps the tempo of the beginning bit.
Yeah, it works well with the music
and then,
as well.
And then if you notice at the end, there is no titles, and that speeds the pace.
So you had that idea from another film, or did you come up with that yourselves?
It's in quite a lot of trailers. Like I can't really name any specific ones, but like a lot of zombie films, especially, they'd use the gaps in the footage to kind of slow it down and keep the pace down.
I'm looking forward to seeing the final trailer when you finish it.
Looking forward to the film.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh,
Might fund this. We should do a little fund.
That's the purpose of the trailer too.
That's well, you can certainly achieve that.
Thank you. Thank you, Nick.
Let me say,
Nick, everyone, he's a film producer, very famous.
let me just say that I thought the use of mise en scène was very successful. The combination of colour grading and also your costume choice, very monochrome. I like.
It's supposed to be very standard. Like it's trying to give it like a non-military feel to it. So more of like the average person kind of thing, rather than like just crazy military.
And also the main purpose of all that coats, because the first day of filming it was cold, and that coat's warm.
Yeah,
and it's like running all around, it's got like bits coming off it. I thought that would work.
Yeah. With that, good choice of weather when you film, because if it was like sunny. kind of taken away from
the final scene is actually filmed in about 10 different bits because it kept raining. So we had to go inside, wait for it to stop raining, then come back outside. And there's one scene where there's water on the lens and we can't get rid of it. So
What films would you say inspired the look of the Majesty's Wasteland?
in what the look of like the mise en scène kind of look.
Yeah.
I don't know, just kind of. I think it was more of a TV series I got the main idea from, which was, if you ever seen Survivors on BBC TV series from like 2007 or something. That was kind of like the main kind of basis for when I got the idea from. And then I tried to put my own twist on the kind of mise en scène of it and tried to make it look very.
It wasn't so much an inspirational thing, it was more sort of playing around to see something which worked, as opposed to going,
We came up with the idea first with no kind of inspiration, and then we came up with the idea first, and then
But how did that
and we came up with the idea came first, and then came the inspiration afterwards.
How does that adhere to the conventions of the genre?
My thoughts exactly.
We tried to go with like the main convention of like the big open empty spaces and like the kind of nothingness, but we also wanted it to be not really conventional.
but a tale of struggle.
Yes, tale of struggle.
Oh, okay.
And try and make it Try and make it less generic and more interesting.
So what's your final genre then? Is it
Right.
just action, or is it a mixture of them?
It's a big mixture.
Action, thriller, black comedy, parody, then a parody.
Okay.
Action, thriller, with a bit of black comedy in there.
So it'll be probably action, thriller, a bit of sci-fi stuck in as well, like a little bit. And then
Sounds like they're going to do a bit more work, so guess we'll see when you finish doing some more work.
I was looking at your locations, and I know they were very strong locations. The Weasley Airfield, I noticed you filmed there. That was a very strong location, and so were the other locations they used. But I noticed there were very few locations. So does this film take place in very limited locations, or?
so it's supposed to be like because obviously this is one guy who's the main protagonist, which is Will's character, and it's trying to, because obviously the big Hollywood films, like they're always very big, so like the characters would travel from the one side of the country to the other, and this is kind of trying to be more of like a confined.
We've actually got quite a few locations, I think we'll find. We've got some woods in there, we've got Weasley Airfield, we've got the quarry at Weybridge, we've got a brick pit, we've got
You may not have been
very
able
similar.
my abode. It looks quite similar because the weather was all awful.
Every day we filmed was awful. So.
We went to Dania, Cullen Manor, I don't know where that is.
Yeah.
It's really
Oh,
nice.
Cullen Manor.
And went to the train station. Yeah.
Right, okay.
It was fairly hefty
Cool.
location.
You guys?
What could you have improved upon?
Well, we still need to fix the special effects still, which are a little bit off, like Ryan said.
Oh, well, there was just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. We need to just do some.
I saw
fine-tuning.
what you've done with your the opening 2 minutes you done last year, and it was like a lot better. It was a lot.
Yeah, like I said, we still need to just go through and fine tune a few things.
Well, I knew this was a very rushed.
It's mostly editing will be the stuff that we improved on, just cleaning up the cuts and like leveling all the audio stuff out and all that stuff.
Yeah,
But
we need to the track.
the track needs to be mastered because someone didn't do it.
Yeah, I've got some mean words from my producer.
With watching it,
Yeah.
I feel the gunshots are too prominent when it comes to the
Yeah,
gun
like I
pilot.
said,
Yeah,
just
that's
leveling
what I was
everything
thinking,
out
yeah.
and like just making it all more listenable and less
Yeah.
like really out in
In your face,
Yeah.
yeah.
Cool.